Public transit is for everyone. Collectively, we all must do our part in keeping transit safe and welcoming. In 2021, BART partnered with the Alliance for Girls, Betty Ono, Black Girls Brilliance, and Unity Council to launch the Not One More Girl campaign, a first-of-its-kind initiative to uplift the voices of girls and drive policy changes to end gender-based violence and sexual harassment on transit. This is their story.
Sorry. She used to believe her safety hid behind apologies. Sorry for taking up space because she shouldn't have been in a position of power in the first place.
To me, a public transportation that is safe for all really means all. Cis women, little girls, trans girls, all of us being able to ride BART without having to text one of our friends, I'm on BART now, I'm off BART, follow my location.
I would like to feel safe without having to walk around with my head down and my guard up because harassment should not be the norm.
I deserve to get from point A to point B without having to feel hypervigilant.
Sorry for thinking she might deserve equal treatment because somehow her gender depicts her value as a human. Sorry for saying no, even though that's what she meant but not what they wanted to hear.
When I was younger, a man had sat next to me. It was on the bus, and he was touching my leg, and I didn't want to speak out because I was young and he was an older man, and I felt weak in that moment.
Women worldwide ages 15 to 44 are more likely to die as a result of gender-based violence than as a result of war, cancer, malaria, and traffic incidents combined. We gotta stop saying boys will be boys and instead say boys will be held accountable.
It is not right that some girls choose not to use public transportation at night, opting for expensive alternatives like Uber simply because they do not want to be attacked. Most of all, it is heartbreaking that most girls believe they have to settle for harassment because they do not feel that anyone is listening.
I am asking that this board be responsive to the needs of girls in our communities spanning the 4+ counties.
It is absolutely essential that young women and trans youth are able to use public transportation without fear of being harassed or harmed.
So it's important that we feel safe and are able to get to our places. And I mean, it's not just for women, it's for, men too. This should be important to you.
Not One More Girl is a campaign to end gender-based violence for girls, women, and gender-expansive youth. And to me, that feels like I don't have to feel anxious when I go to places. And neither do these kids.
Help yourself to a healing kit, posters. We've been working on this campaign for almost 2 years, and we have tons of great organizations like Betty Ono, Black Girls Brilliance, Alliance for Girls, and Unity Council, and we're addressing gender-based violence specifically for youth on BART.
It gives you the tools that you need to do stuff when you're on BART, to help girls while you're on BART, and to support each other and just thrive.
Not One More Girl is an important initiative finally taking on the task to address these widespread issues, and we all need to do our part to empower every girl to feel safe so that not one more girl is subjected to gender-based violence and sexual harassment.
And sorry stood a soldier in the front lines of her vocabulary, preparing to shoot before realizing she was not even in the wrong, that she owed no one an apology because space was her right. Equal was her right.
Safe transportation free of gender-based violence means mobility, access, and better outcomes for everyone.
It means being able to exist and be relaxed and not be worried about what might happen next. It means freedom.
Hope, something that I didn't have against this situation, because I know for the future generations, hopefully they won't have to go through this and feel the weakness that I did in that moment where I got touched.
You're more empowered. I feel like I know more about sexual harassment and about how to prevent it and how to stop it and if it's happening to you. So I'm for sure empowered by this.
No was her right, and yes, if she chose to, that she owed no one an apology because her voice was her right. And she found safety in the voice that asked, "How dare you?"
To have a functioning community, men and women need to both be in a safe environment where they can thrive, and that's often hard for girls and youth of today because so many times they're being harassed, and I'm gonna call out you men and boys watching this, and I'm gonna tell y'all to to stop harassing women.
I don't want to live the rest of my life being afraid whenever I pass by someone or I see someone standing still on public transportation. And I don't want to associate public transportation with spaces to be attacked, whether physically or emotionally, because I want to be able to thrive wherever I go.
Changing not only the policies but also the culture is important and the first step towards fighting for the rights of girls, because our rights are human rights.
Because a flame is harder to diminish when it's aware of its burning, and value undeniable when it knows of its own worth, so safety lay in the sovereignty of her own confidence, in the value of herself that she found enough of to stand up and ask, "How dare you?"